Alright, I have my 3 audio files in Audacity. You can see them here, 1, 2, and 3, the 3 gunshot sounds. And if I press play to hear what it sounds like, it's okay, but I think I can make it a little bit better. So a couple of things I'm going to do. This sound effect right here, I want to only hear it. So I'm going to click the solo option. That mutes my other 2 channels, and you can see they went a little bit dark gray there. Now when I hit play, I just had that single track playing. I can solo it. So that's really convenient when you have multiple tracks in Audacity to solo one of them so you can hear it. First thing I want to do is get rid of this dead space that's right in front of my sound effect. If you look right down here, it looks like the sound kind of starts on that little increase on the sound wave there, so I'm going to delete that. Now when I press play, there's virtually no pause in the beginning, and I'll stop that. And I want to jazz this track up a little bit. So I'm going to select the whole, I'm going to select this whole track, and I'm going to put an effect on it for bass and treble. I want to turn the bass up just a little bit. I'll apply that, and you can see in the background there my audio file increased a little bit. Now I might get a little scratchy here, but we'll see. Good. And what that bass does, you can hear it at the end of the sound effect, that kind of echoey. Yeah, so that's really cool. I am redlining a little bit, so I will have to back that off just a little bit. If it's going too much, I might have to come back later and turn the bass down a little. Either way, if I take this off of solo and press play again, I have a whole bunch of different things happening that still don't sound great. It's not real organized. So what I think I want to do is select this track again, and I want to repeat it. So I'm going to use keyboard shortcut Control C and then Control V. To paste another version of it right after itself. And then I'm going to come up here to my slide selector tool and move that effect so it's right on top of the first one. Now if I solo this channel again, oops, it does help to start at the beginning of the track. So we'll just come back here, reset to the beginning. So I kind of like that, how that's going. Then if I move down to my bottom track, this is my really cool machine gun fire, lots of it. And you see how there's like 2 sections of it with a little gap in the middle, and that's what that gap is. What I think I want to do is use my selecting tool, and I want to move this over so that it starts just as my initial big gunshot here is ending. My machine gun rat-a-tat-tat's going to start here, and then my next big gunshot's going to come here. In fact, I might move this gunshot over just a little bit so we kind of finish with that. And there's this little pause gap. I don't know if you could hear it, but I'll hit play again. Okay, there's that little kind of dead space at the end of this, so that kind of occurs here if you understand the sound waves. So I'm going to move back up, and I'm going to use my selection tool to move this guy over a little bit, and I think I can see both clearly enough. Then I want to put this sound effect kind of in between. Kind of in between in this dead space right here. So I'm going to want it to go maybe right about there. That would be good. Then I'm going to turn that bottom track off of solo. So I can hear them all at the same time. Now when I press, I'll bring myself back to the very beginning of my overall track and press play. Now I get a little bit more organized sound effect. It sounds a little bit more like war to me. yeah, I kind of like that from where I started. Now it's just a matter of saving it. So I'm going to go File and Export, and I export it as an MP3. I like to compress so I can put it in a variety of other projects, and I can rename it. The name's not too bad here, so I'm just going to select here and delete. We'll call it Machine Gun 1. That sounds pretty cool. And I'm just going to take it to my desktop. You can see that up here. It'll just save it as an MP3 file. And oh, I did already have one there, so let's do this. I'm going to call this One Machine Gun 1. And it will mix things down into one stereo track for me, and I will have a really cool sounding track.